True love means growing together without losing yourself. Let me begin with something that may challenge everything you've been taught about love. Most people believe that finding the one means becoming one. One life. One identity. One personality. One fused existence. But that is exactly how relationships die. When you merge your entire identity into your partner, you lose the very person they fell in love with. You blur your edges. You silence your individuality. You trade sovereignty for security. And what remains? Not intimacy, but dependency. True intimacy is not a blur. It is a dynamic ecosystem where two distinct souls refuse to disappear. The illusion of becoming one. Modern culture romanticizes fusion. Social media captions say, "My whole world." Movies show couples who can't breathe without each other. Dating advice tells you to prioritize us over everything. But here is the quiet truth. When we erases the me, resentment begins to grow in silence. You stop going to the gym because your partner doesn't care about fitness. You abandon your writing because they don't understand it. You mute your opinions to avoid conflict. You shrink your dreams to maintain harmony. And slowly, without realizing it, you disappear. Love was never meant to cost you your identity. It was meant to expand it. The fire and the two logs. Think of your relationship not as a single flame, but as a fire fueled by two separate logs. Each log burns with its own texture, its own density, its own rhythm. If those logs merge into one shapeless mass, the oxygen disappears. The flame weakens. The fire suffocates. But when two distinct logs stand side by side, close enough to share heat, separate enough to allow air, the fire becomes powerful. Bright. Alive. Enduring. Your individuality is the oxygen of your relationship. Without it, passion fades into routine. Curiosity fades into predictability. Attraction fades into obligation. The healthiest love does not demand disappearance. It demands wholeness. The contrarian truth. What if the secret to deeper connection isn't spending every moment together? What if it's intentionally cultivating your own world? What if true devotion means saying, "I love you deeply, but I will not abandon myself to prove it"? We often mistake codependency for love. We think needing someone equals loving them. But healthy couples are not desperate for each other. They are deliberate with each other. They choose each other. Over and over again. And that choice is powerful precisely because they do not have to choose. The two-pillar architecture. Imagine a roof supported by two pillars. If those pillars merge into one, the structure collapses. The roof only stands because the pillars remain separate. This is what I call the two-pillar architecture of love. You are one pillar. Your partner is the other. The relationship is the roof. The stronger each pillar becomes independently, the stronger the structure becomes collectively. But if one pillar leans entirely on the other, both weaken. If one collapses, everything falls. This is why losing your hobbies, your voice, your ambitions leads to long-term resentment. At first, it feels romantic. I'll do anything for you. But over time, that becomes, I gave up everything for you. And unspoken sacrifice becomes silent anger. Healthy love is not sacrifice of self. It is expansion of self. The two-pillar architecture. Imagine a roof supported by two pillars. If those pillars merge into one, the structure collapses. The roof only stands because the pillars remain separate. This is what I call the two-pillar architecture of love. You are one pillar. Your partner is the other. The relationship is the roof. The stronger each pillar becomes independently, the stronger the structure becomes collectively. But if one pillar leans entirely on the other, both weaken. If one collapses, everything falls. This is why losing your hobbies, your voice, your ambitions leads to long-term resentment. At first, it feels romantic. I'll do anything for you. But over time, that becomes, I gave up everything for you. And unspoken sacrifice becomes silent anger. Healthy love is not sacrifice of self. It is expansion of self. The importance of solo time. Solo time is not distance. It is maintenance. Just like a phone must recharge, so must your identity. Without solitude, emotional burnout creeps in. Without space, there is no longing. Without independence, there is no rediscovery. The healthiest couples schedule time apart without guilt. Gym sessions alone. Creative nights alone. Trips with friends. Moments of silence. This does not weaken intimacy. It strengthens it. Because when you reunite, you have something new to offer. New stories. New insights. New growth. And love thrives on renewal. Protecting your passions without excluding your partner. Maintaining personal passions doesn't mean shutting your partner out. It means inviting them into your enthusiasm, not forcing them to adopt it. You can say, I love this. It matters to me. Without saying, you must love this too. Share your world. But don't demand participation. Encourage their world. Without feeling threatened by it. Support does not mean control. Presence does not mean possession. Shared evolution without enmeshment. Here's a truth many couples struggle with. Two people rarely grow at the exact same speed. One may become spiritually curious while the other focuses on career. One may crave adventure while the other values stability. One may evolve emotionally faster than the other. Growth is not synchronized. But alignment is possible. Alignment comes from shared core values. Respect. Integrity. Honesty. Mutual encouragement. If your values align, your pace can differ. Healthy interdependence means, I stand on my own, but I stand beside you. Toxic codependency says, I cannot stand without you. In today's world, where social media amplifies comparison, where validation is public, where identity is constantly curated, it is easy to blur into your partner's persona. But the couples who last in 2026 and beyond are not those who merge profiles. They are those who protect their individuality while building something shared. Parallel play, the underrated superpower. There is a concept called parallel play. It's when two people engage in separate activities in the same space. You read. They write. You study. They build. No pressure to entertain. No demand to perform. Just coexistence. This quiet independence builds comfort and safety. You don't need constant stimulation to feel connected. You can grow side by side. And that is powerful. Fueling the collective fire. One of the biggest relationship traps is what psychologists call roommate syndrome. You split bills. You share a bed. You manage logistics. But passion fades. Why? Because novelty disappears. Growth stops. And without growth, attraction declines. But when each partner explores independently, new skills, new environments, new ideas, they bring novelty back home. You become fascinating to each other again. Seeing your partner excel in something that doesn't involve you is surprisingly attractive. It triggers admiration. It restores polarity. It reminds you, this person has a world beyond me. And that world is intriguing. Growth is a catalyst for deeper intimacy. Personal development is not separate from love. It enhances it. When you read deeply, your conversations deepen. When you train your body, your energy rises. When you pursue purpose, your confidence expands. Confidence is intoxicating. Fulfillment is magnetic. The more whole you become, the more whole your partnership becomes. Two incomplete people cling. Two complete people collaborate. Designing a dynamic ecosystem. Love is not static. It is an ecosystem. Ecosystems thrive on balance, boundaries, and diversity. Here's a simple framework. 1. Clear boundaries. Boundaries are not walls. They are clarity. I need one night a week for myself. I want to pursue this dream. I value my friendships. Boundaries create safety because they eliminate silent resentment. 2. Regular relationship check-ins. Ask each other. Are we still growing? Are we still choosing each other? Are we supporting each other's individual evolution? Honest conversations prevent silent drift. 3. The yearly personal audit. Once a year, evaluate. Am I becoming who I want to be? Have I abandoned parts of myself? Is my partner doing the same? This isn't about criticism. It's about recalibration. Because love should be a launchpad, not a limitation. The final vision. Imagine two whole people walking the same path. Not one dragging the other. Not one following the other. Not one dissolving into the other. Two sovereign individuals. Aligned in values. Committed in devotion. Expanding in parallel. They laugh together, but also think independently. They dream together, but also build individually. They connect deeply, but never disappear. This is not distant love. This is powerful love. It says, I choose you, not because I need you to complete me, but because you inspire me to become more fully myself. True love is not fusion. It is harmony. Not sameness, but synergy. And when two distinct souls refuse to blur, when they protect their individuality while nurturing their connection, something extraordinary happens. The fire doesn't suffocate. It roars. Brighter. Stronger. Longer. Because intimacy flourishes only when sovereignty survives. Grow together. But never disappear. That is love that lasts a lifetime.